Tyree Jackson.
I'm saying, bro, Russell Wilson's a 97, so it's tough. Alright, that's a Davion. I gave Chris Carson superstar, and this nigga has armbar, so.
Oh, this is gonna be a long game for me. Hold on, I'm trying to get my submissions in before.
Yeah, just set the invite whenever.
Yep. I wonder if I should put superstar. Wait, did you put superstar on John Ross? Oh, he did. Oh my goodness.
That's not worth it, honestly.
Eh. It's just something.
Because the way I see it, right, to get like superstar, you get one tray at 80 and then one tray at 90.
Yeah, and you wasted on somebody that's like a 60 or 70.
Mm-hmm. This nigga, I was gone for the night last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna set the invite last night, but I didn't. And I set it today, and somebody already chose the Seahawks, bro.
Nah, bro, because that nigga, he fucked up. That nigga stupid as hell. Are you gonna stream?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you wanna let them know that?
Yep, I will. I'm gonna hop off the mic too after.
Yeah,
Damn,
you
the
good,
Niners really lost.
Wait, they lost? How much?
29-22. 29-22. What the fuck? That's not right.
Wait, they called that a touchdown?
Yeah, he passed the plane.
Oh, I don't know, man.
It did. I ain't gonna holler like. Seen that ball, I was like, hold on, let me hit the stream real quick.
Yep.
So I can share it, and then I'm gonna hop off the mic.
What kind of playbook you using? Cause
I'm using Seattle.
yeah, I don't know what offense I'm running. I'm just gonna choose now.
I see.
Fuck. Should I get balance? I didn't like balance. I tried the balance. It was not. Hey, did you try run and gun or run and shoot?
Oh, those are. I don't even fuck with those.
Oh, not good
I
at
like
all.
West Coast is nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay. It's just like
Well,
there's some like different formations on there. Like there's one formation where it's your it'll be your fucking quarterback, and literally right next to him, right behind him, is the running back, and then the fullback on the side. I don't know if you know about that formation.
Yeah. The near and near pro and all that.
Yeah, it has those formations in there.
Yerpa no Sherpa, man.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
Fuck you, nigga.
BJ, you ready?
Nah, I had to go do something. Yeah. That nigga just said if he was ready.
Did he mute me? BJ,
Wait, what happened?
Alright, BJ. Let's run it, nigga.
What?
This nigga mom playing too much, bro.
You better get that nigga. Hold on, man. Don't stream yet. Don't stream yet. I'm trying to figure out what playbook has what.
I'm streaming. I don't have the.
Oh, you didn't make it public?
No, not yet. It's not in the chat.
Alternate playbooks. West Coast. What's in the pistol? Pistol.
Lot read
It's
options.
literally just pistol formation.
Oh my god, never mind. What the fuck? I need a little more than that. What about run and shoot? Oh, spread, trips open, normal, spread, trips left open, trips open.
I like New Orleans got a pretty cool one too. Miami.
Nigga, run and shoot ain't got nothing, nigga. What the fuck?
I'm about to choose these color rust jerseys too.
What is what color is it? Oh, the green ones?
All green.
Bunches. Fuck it, I'll just go with this one for now. It's not like I'm gonna be doing any good. Hey, I'm gonna use the NFL Live. You good?
Yeah, of course. I don't even know.
What is that? What's NFL Live?
Nah, so they updated playbooks, but they couldn't change the original playbooks. So if you go into advanced settings and use NFL Live playbooks, like I think it's only for a handful. Like the Ravens, they got 3 extra formations in there.
Jeez.
Yeah. Damn, that was a tough.
Alright, I'm finna go on game chat. Fuck you, nigga.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll wind. Up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the big Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They run it with Carson, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This is Carson. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complimentary football all the time.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's go. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. You tighten up. Check nickel.
Throwing is Jackson. On the move to his left. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the 1st. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Anderson takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run. Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Anderson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He only got a yard, but that was enough to do the job.
1st down, Bengals.
You got tight right there.
From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. They'll run. Anderson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Rodney Anderson with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
14, got it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. One left. Y'all playing.
From midfield now, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on second down. Wilson, this complete to Lockett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Bengals take over first and 10. They're on 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 10th carry now for Anderson. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Returnable for Lockett. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Mike 56.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You don't know no better.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points so you know that all the time during the week.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson going for Metcalf, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He'll find Metcalf. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going, and their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. To throw is Jackson. Going deep for Eifert. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now it's Lockett. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 44, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Check.
Again, Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Anderson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On the screen, Bernard. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are.
He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Now, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Tyler Lockett was the target there. Third down here.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw from his end zone, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jordan Evans picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On third down, Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing just about on his own goal line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. They can't hang with us. Hey, one set.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ezekiel Ansah. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's complete. It's goal. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Wilson. And this is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Mike's 59. Check pass.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Green 80. Check, 59. Did you get this, boy?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get
with my shit.